Hello, Junkies. My name is Bob, and today we will be talking about the Planet of the Apes ReAction Super 7 figures. Now, I saw these figures at Toy Fair back in February of 2019. I was very excited because in Toy Fair of 2018, they had showed us some prototypes that were unpainted. However, the artwork, everything about these figures just made me go, oh, I have to have it, especially in the style of the old Star Wars figures with the usually about 5 points of articulation. The legs move, the arms move, and the head move, and that's about it. I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan. We have done at least one, if not two, reviews here of Planet of the Apes figures. We have numerous Planet of the Apes columns on our website, actionfigurejunkies.com. I ordered these figures from Entertainment Earth. They came in pristine condition when I ordered them. However, I needed to have some more Planet of the Apes figures. Super 7 did send me the entire first wave. However, they were reluctant on sending me wave 2, and I don't understand why, because you don't see many people reviewing these figures. I wanted them. I figured I'm going to go out, I'm going to get them. There's a few more. So let's talk about the packaging here. Really love the artwork, of course, and the style that it is. Here we do have the Astronaut Cornelius. Now, I think it's funny because in the movie, they refer to them as the Apenauts. Apenauts. Now, I do think that you could take the original Zera figure they released, pop a head off an Apenaut, off of the Cornelius one, and put Zera's head in there, and I think you could have both. Now, you'd have to really get a little special, maybe do a little bit of painting if you wanted to make Milo. I am dropping a lot of Planet of the Apes stuff on you, but it's all worth it. So, as you can see in Wave 2, we do have the Apenaut Cornelius, General Aldo, the Lawgiver. Now, this is 5.5 inches tall. It's $19.99 on Entertainment Earth, but its legs move, which they just did that is a funny goof. We do have Mendez the 26th. We'll get into him in a bit. And then we have a Gorilla Soldier, a Hunter, and then a Gorilla Soldier, the Patrolman. You can tell the difference because of the color. This is brown, this is purple. You really probably never notice that when you watch either the TV series or the movie. So, I was going to keep the cards and the artwork in pristine shape. I'm going to do my best here. Usually, I just rip it and throw out the packaging, but I love the artwork that they put into these figures. So if you really want to have them on display, you can as this figure. And this is painful for me because I love Planet of the Apes, and I really don't want to cut them out of there. But we're going to do our best to do that. And I do have all my other ones. I do have Taylor, and I have Cornelius and Dr. Zaius and all of them. So we're going to do our little best here to just try to just puncture it just enough that, it's dusty. Just enough that we can get them out of there and then really not have to worry about it. So it doesn't look like he's going to come out without too much ripping. So there is a point where you just say, oh, whoa, I was there. I was at that point where you're just like, yeah, it's done, forget it. So we're going to do, I think I need a sharper knife here. Let's see if I can, yeah. So hopefully I can get that out of there without too much fuss. I don't know why I'm going through all this effort because I just have the other ones in a box. But there we go. And it just made a big dusty mess on my white floor. So, we've got Cornelius out now. All right, so I'm going to move Mendez, put him over here to the side so we can just focus here on Cornelius. As you can see, we do have a lot of great detail. And what I love here is they've made, it seems as if they've made the arms and the hands longer, like a chimpanzee's hands. His head does move. I think it's a fairly decent likeness for the scale of what we're talking about here. The spacesuit is great. And we do have a copyright 2018 Fox. I do love the little silver zipper, the belt buckle. I mean, these could have just been ignored, but Super 7 added that extra detail. On the back here, very straightforward. No other really, details. Now, the helmet. Ooh, the helmet is, you can feel this, this is a little bit softer. This is hard plastic. So this is definitely made to go over top. Look at that. It almost looks as if it's Ripley in the white spacesuit from the end of Alien. Actually, if I had that figure, I'd probably go and make the comparison, but I don't have that figure. So there we go. We got Cornelius back. Apenaut. Now this is from Planet of the Apes 3, Escape from Planet of the Apes, which is a fantastic romantic comedy until the final act, and then it goes dark. And boy, does it go dark. Thought this was a fun figure to have. Now, if you want to know how they really got this way, there's lots into the spacesuits, into the rework the space shuttle. There's a great book of anthology stories for Planet of the Apes that's great to pick up, and there's also a fantastic comic book that explains, with Star Trek, believe it or not, that explains how they got back in time. So there's lots of little like fan theories and some great, I don't know if it's in canon fiction, but there's comic books and short stories about it. So it's worth the read if you're a Planet of the Apes fan, and I am. So we're going to stick him there. He almost kind of disappears in this like all white background that we have. And we're going to move on to Mendez the 26th. Now this is from Beneath the Planet of the Apes. This is the second film. This is the one with the mutants that live under the city, that live under the earth. So not a lot of details here, but I think it's funny that they picked this one of all of them because this is the guy, and it's terrible. I cannot remember his name. I will put it right here. He was also on the Batman 66 TV series. His name is Bruno something. And it's funny because I just put it at the bottom of the screen. He played King Tut on the Batman 66 series, this actor. So let's get into it. Can I cut him out of here a little bit better than I did with Cornelius? I don't think so. It's very strong cardboard, which you got to give it up to Super 7. Like, they really just have done a great job in bringing back these old properties and giving fans of all of this stuff. I mean, they're fans of it too, so that's why they're making it. But let's get Mendez out of there. Now, it's a lot of just trashy trash. So we got that out of there. Here we go. We got Mendez. So what I loved about this paint application here that they did for this figure was that they really just went all out and gave us a lot of great paint and likeness of the character with all the veins and everything. Now, in case you didn't know, in the movie, they wear these humanoid, not humanoid, they wear skin like this. And nobody, it looks pasty in the movie, but you're just thinking, okay, well, they live underground. And then when they reveal themselves to their god, let's see if I can get it off here. When they reveal themselves to their god, they actually show their real face. So here he goes, and he pops right off. Now, this is real rubbery. This, it kind of makes you wonder why they didn't do this with Star Wars back in the day, or even G.I. Joe, so you could do it like a Zartan. But the head seems a little bit smaller than the Cornelius head, but he is there. So this was a little tough to get on and off, and I could see that the paint would eventually start maybe rubbing away if this was one of those toys that you'd have for like the next 30 years, and then eventually there'd be like, it'd be nothing but just a nub. So I do have that criticism about it, but I'm probably never really going to play with him. But he does have Emperor-style legs with just the pieces here, kind of like the Obi-Wan legs. The hands do not move, but the cross/nuclear bomb here is a really nice touch. But I do like the hands that they added. And as I said before, the hands are slightly different and not the same mold. But we got a lot of white figures here on this white background today. So take this off so you there, put the two guys together. We'll do a close-up. It's almost like he's saying something. I love the black shoes, by the way. We had two figures, both white in design, as well as comes with extra heads / masks. So that's kind of neat, too. So we get a lot of different, excuse me, we get a lot that we can play with, exchange, have different adventures, and move on. But I really do think these two figures are very solid, great addition to the Planet of the Apes wave. I hope that they do more in the Apes line. I just don't know how well these figures are selling, and I reach out to Super 7 a lot trying to get more product from them. I love what they do, but it just doesn't seem like they care too much because they're having fun and their audience is what it is. So more power to them. But I will say that I do love these two figures. They're a great addition. I'll probably stick both of them hidden somewhere in a Star Wars backdrop or something of that nature, just to have a little bit of fun with them. But if we really wanted to do a comparison here, this is a vintage collection Stormtrooper. It is Han Solo, by the way. I mean, we could just do all three guys who have masks today. Whole lot of 20th Century Fox going on right there. But then there's all three with their different heads. And it is a cool collection and definitely a lot of fun if you're an Apes fan or a 20th Century Fox fan of the late 60s and 70s. So, thanks for tuning in, Junkies, and you have a pleasant day.